Howdy, my name is John, and this video is two tag videos in one. These two tags do have a little bit of overlap, so we'll go ahead and do them both at the same time. The first one is the book shopping book tag. This tag was created by Hugo at Scientist Reading World, and fortunately I was reminded about the tag by Jeremy Fee, and I'll link both of their videos in the description below. The second tag is the book buying tag. I was tagged for this by Rob is Doing Things, and the original is by Megan Olivier. Again, I'll link both videos in the description below. Question 1. How do you buy books? Physically because you believe in the power of touch, or online because interactions are overrated? And question 1. Where do you buy your books? I still do buy a lot of my books online. I was actually buying books from Amazon when Amazon only sold books. I also have started to enjoy shopping for books at thrift stores. You can get some good deals on books by buying them secondhand. And buying them at a thrift store is almost like a treasure hunt because you never know what book they're going to have, and it's just kind of fun to browse. Question 2. Do you prefer bigger bookshops or smaller ones? Don't really have a strong preference here. Obviously, bigger bookshops are going to have a better selection, whereas smaller bookshops do have a cozier feel to them. Question 3. Do you prefer to buy books when they are brand new, being the first to touch them, it being in great condition, or do you prefer used ones, the books having character, history, and personality? Question 7. How do you feel about charity shop secondhand books? I do buy new books, but generally speaking, I'm only going to buy a new book if I cannot find it secondhand, or if it's Piers Anthony, or one of the other authors that I really like. I used to almost always buy new books exclusively, but I'm cheap, and I like getting things for as inexpensively as I can. Question 4. Are you a coupon TLC level crazy person or a full price Sweet 16 MTV? Like I mentioned in the earlier question, I try to avoid paying full price as often as I can, but sometimes there are books that I want and I just can't get around it. Question 5. Read, research, analyze Sherlock Holmes-style, or impulse buyer like a shopaholic? Honestly, it's a mixture of both. I do get book recommendations from other booktubers, and so I do kind of shop for that. And when I go thrift store buying, I do have a few books in mind that I would like to pick up, but if a book looks interesting to me and I think I'll read it later, I will go ahead and pick it up. Because especially when you're secondhand book shopping, you never know when that particular book is going to be available. Question 6. A book or two at a time, or full cart, pandemic style, until the mailman dies? Well, I always buy enough to qualify for free shipping when I'm shopping online. When I go thrift store buying, I usually come home with a big stack of books. Question 7. New and recent releases or older and classics? The only new released books I'm buying right now are Piers Anthony books. Question 8. Are you a pre-order total fan freak or wait until it arrives at the bookshop because it can wait? Question 2. Do you ever pre-order books, and if so, do you do this in-store or online? I've only pre-ordered a handful of books. I actually got burned kind of early on a pre-ordered book where I pre-ordered it and then they did not release the book, so I never really was a big pre-order fan after that. I do all of my pre-ordering of books online. One book that I did pre-order was the 7th in the Harry Potter series, and it came in this special mailer until I got it from Amazon. And I thought this was kind of neat, so I actually keep the book in this mailer. Recently, the only book that I pre-ordered was the latest in the Zant series by Piers Anthony. Question 9. Do you prefer special, expensive, beautiful covers, color edges, and unique editions, or is the inside of the book that counts? Back when I was younger, I did buy some books from the Folio company, and those are really nice books, but they are kind of expensive. And I have bought a few other special editions, but now usually I'm just looking for the best deal because what's inside is what I'm actually looking for. I'm not looking for a showcase library, I'm looking for books I can read. Question 10. Picture your favorite book. Do you show your love by buying multiple copies, or do you believe in single true love? Again, I'm pretty cheap, so there's not too many books that I have multiple copies of. The only real exceptions are, I think there's a couple of cases where I bought the same book twice accidentally, and I may have replaced one or two where my original copy has gotten too old to read anymore. Question 11. Name your favorite places to bookshop. There's a couple of thrift stores in my area that I really do enjoy going to. The Habitat store has a really good selection, and they have a lot of books, and then the other one is a Goodwill store. Question 3. On average, how many books do you buy per month? Before I started BookTube, the average wasn't very high. After I started making videos, I've been buying a lot more books. I don't really want to try to make an average on it. Thanks to shopping at thrift stores, the number is kind of high. Question 4. Do you use your local library? I did use the library when I was younger and growing up, but my library card expired in 1997, so I haven't been there in a while. Now, I've been meaning to go back, but because of the pandemic, yet have to call and make an appointment to go to the library, and I just haven't gotten around to it. But at some point, hopefully, I'll go back and start using the library again. There are a lot of newer releases that I do want to get caught up on, and it makes more sense to borrow those. There's a lot of authors I haven't read, and I don't really want to buy a book from a untried author, so I really need to get back into going to the library. Question 6. What is your opinion on library books? I've certainly gotten a lot of books from the library when I was younger, so I'm definitely pro-library books. But I did go through a stage where when I was working, I really didn't have a whole lot of time to go to the library. Plus, I had money, so it was just easier to buy the books that I wanted. Question 8. Do you keep your read and TBR pile together on the same bookshelf or not? I do have my TBR pile, or piles more correctly. I do have them separate from the books that I've read. Question 9. Do you plan to read all the books that you own? In theory, I do plan on reading all the books that I own. However, I did inherit a good number of books from my parents, and I don't know that I'll ever get through all of those books. Now, here again, I do own some reference books, so I may not necessarily read those cover to cover. Question 10. What do you do with books that you own that you feel like you will never read, felt like you did not enjoy? Question 11. Have you ever donated books? I have donated some books to thrift stores, and I'm sure I'll do it again in the future. Generally speaking, though, I do like to keep my books. Question 12. Have you ever been on a book buying ban? I don't know that I've ever specifically banned myself from buying books. I have had occasions in my life where I've tried to only buy the things that I absolutely need. Question 13. Do you feel that you buy too many books? Is there really any such thing as too many books? Question 12 is to tag people, and I'm not going to tag anybody for either of these. If you haven't done it and you feel inspired to, you go right ahead. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.